My name is Kakiuchi. I'm an expert of JICA. This is a series to introduce JICA Kaizen on the perspective of company management. In session 1, I explained the business control with several frameworks to create and analyze the company strategy. And it is one of the key functions of company management cycle. And as I mentioned in session 1, accounting is a key tool for company management. I can say the accounting is a kind of a map and compass of company management. So in this session 2, I will explain about accounting. Usually, there are two accounting methods to show the financing status of the company. One is financial accounting, and the other one is management accounting. To manage the company, we usually use the management accounting. So, on the beginning of this session, I will explain management accounting. Normal view for the profit is like this. If income is bigger than cost, we can make profit. However, it is not enough for considering company management. We need to see the cost portion more deeply. We will focus on two types of costs that move completely different movement to sales and production volume, which are variable cost and fixed cost. The variable cost is the cost generated in proportion to sales or production volume, such as material cost. And the fixed cost is the cost incurred regardless of sales and production volume, such as employee salary. The fixed cost is incurred even on the zero sales and production point. So at least we need a sales amount which covers the fixed cost. Otherwise, the company makes loss. We try to see the profit by using these cost definitions. Now we have the product which is the price is $100. The variable cost is $40. So the remaining amount means unit price minus unit variable cost is $60. We call it marginal profit, MP. This MP will contribute to cover the fixed cost. In this case, this $60 MP covers the fixed cost per unit. So if you sell the product 10,000 units, total MP amount is $60 times 10,000 equal $600,000. This total MP, total marginal profit of $600K cover total fixed cost. And if the fixed cost is lower than $600,000, you can make profit. That's why the MP is very key indicator for the management. In some company, it's called added value amount, but I will call it MP, marginal profit, in this lecture. Let's check the impact of MP to the profit. Now we are selling this product with this cost situation. Price is 100, variable cost is 40, and MP is $60. Business structure is like this. We are selling 10,000 units and total fixed cost in the company is $450,000. By multiplying the number of units sold by this, the total amount of variable cost and the total MP can be calculated. And the fixed costs are subtracted from the total amount of MP to calculate the profit. In other words, what is important in terms of profit is the relationship between MP per unit multiplied by the number of units sold, that is total MP, and fixed cost. So in this case, the profit is total MP amount $600,000 minus fixed cost 450,000 equal 150K. On the situation, we want to gain the profit 210K from 150K. How many quantity we should sell the product? To gain the profit of $210,000, we need to gain $60,000 for total marginal profit amount. The marginal profit of each product is $60. So to create 60K of total MP, how many quantity we should sell? The quantity is 60K divided by 60 equal 11,000. So the answer is 11,000 units. And the sales amount is $1.1 million. And the total variable cost is $440,000. Okay, we will think another situation. Now the competitor reduce the price for their product. To counter this, we consider to reduce our price 10% and we try to maintain same sales quantity. How much profit will be reduced by this action? Let's look at the change in profit with the variable cost ratio and fixed cost for each product known. The unit price becomes $90 from $100. So the net sales become $0.9 million because the quantity is same of 10K units. In this case, the cost situation is not changed. So the variable cost per unit is $40. But the MP per unit is reduced to $50 from $60. Total cost of variable cost is $400K and the total MP is $500K. Total fixed cost is also not changed. So the profit is $500,000 minus $450,000 equal $50. The profit reduced so much. So we can recognize the impact of price reduction is huge. Next, we consider to maintain the price even the competitor situation is tough. And we try to calculate how much quantity we should sell to maintain positive profit situation. Means we should sell more than the quantity which our profit becomes zero. We know variable cost ratio is 40%, so the MP ratio is 60%. If the net sales amount for which is zero profit is called A times MP ratio 0.6 should be equal of fixed cost, means 450,000. So A equal 450,000 divided by 0.6 equal $750,000. So the net sales amount for which the profit is zero is $750,000. The unit price is maintained at 100. So sales unit is $750,000 divided by $100 equals 7.5 thousand units. So we need to sell more than 7.5 thousand units to maintain positive profit situation. And the sales point which the profit becomes zero is called BEP, break-even point. Regarding the importance of the BEP, break-even point, I want to introduce a comment from Mr. Toyota, who is the CEO of Toyota Corporation. The commenter were in the presentation and last shareholder meeting. I read it. Since Lehman Shock, which had an operating loss of 461 billion yen, with a 15% decrease in the number of vehicles sold, said it had improved its constitution by saying that the number of break-even points has been reduced by 2 million units. It is expected that all 370,000 employees around the world who have contributed to make steady effort have created it. Toyota worked on the break-even point as a management strategy. And the TPS, which is Toyota's unique Kaizen system, was used as a driver to improve break-even point. If I show the relation between marginal profit and fixed cost with the net sales and profit by illustration, it's like this. As I mentioned before, the MP is calculated by net sales amount minus variable cost. And MP minus fixed cost is profit. So as strategic eye, we will think about the relation between MP and fixed cost. I will confirm the definition of MP. MP is calculated by the formula net sales minus variable cost, as I mentioned. I want to think the meaning of MP, marginal profit. So if you purchase parts by $100 and sell the finished goods by $1,000, while buying $100 parts and shipping them as a $1,000 product, the company added the value of $900. By this $900, the company covers the fixed cost and creates profit. So MP is added value amount to purchase the part utilizing your own asset. That means fixed cost. We want to check the balance between MP and fixed cost. At the break-even point, the fixed cost and MP are equal and balanced as shown this figure. And if the fixed costs have been reduced with same MP, we can generate profit. And if we can utilize the reduced fixed cost to increase MP, we can generate profit as well. Increasing MP means to capture outsourcing work or creating a new business, creating new services, utilizing your own strengths, which you learned in session 1. In other words, fixed cost is kind of leverage to increase marginal profit. So one of the ideas to define integrated productivity as a formula, we can say productivity equal MP, marginal profit divided by fixed cost. Maybe we can say it as fixed cost productivity. So in the case of this illustration, the company productivity is 1.225 million divided by 1 million equal 125%. That is the entire company productivity. I want to think about the meaning of this formula a little bit more concretely. To improve profit, we should consider to reduce fixed costs and increase marginal profit. In other words, if we could reduce fixed costs, we can make buffer fixed costs. And can utilize it to increase MP. And to reduce fixed costs, firstly, we should try to eliminate the waste costs in current fixed costs. We can create a buffer in fixed costs. And if we can utilize the buffer to create additional value for the company, we can create additional profit. For example, in the production side, if we could eliminate the waste in the work process and create additional time, additional manpower, then we utilize the buffer man-hour for other value activity to create new value of the company. And this activity is called Kaizen. Kaizen has many methods. I can't give you a concrete explanation this time due to time constraint. But the basic idea is to eliminate waste. Kaizen finds waste in work that doesn't add value, and an approach to eliminate or minimize them. It makes progress. So, I believe you understand the meaning and the logic of the impact of Kaizen to accounting. Let's check the Kaizen financial impact through concrete example. First, I will briefly explain the situation before Kaizen. First process is machine process, and move to second process with middle connection convey. Middle connection convey means convey and stock and convey. So it doesn't have any value. Anyway, after second machine process, the WIP, work in progress, are conveyed to assembly process with long distance. Assembly process are 5, and total work time is 12 minutes, and cycle time is 3 minutes. Between each process, we can find a huge WIP, work in progress. The basic conditions are 1.75 man-month work is outsourced due to the lack of manpower. And also 0.25 man-month worth of work is overtime. In the current situation, I pick up the 5 improving points. Okay? First, there are middle connection convey between machine 1 and machine 2. It can be eliminated. Second, operators are waiting while the machine is running in the first and second machine process. We have a possibility to combine the first and second machine processes. 3. Long transportation distance between machine 2 and assembly line. It should be shortened the distance. 4. There are many WIP, work in progress, between process of assembly. It should be eliminated or minimized. 5. Seemed bad balancing in the assembly line. Adjusting the line balance is solution. Regarding the fifth point, I'll explain a little bit carefully. If I show the current balance situation by graph, it's like this upper graph. The time to make one piece is 3 minutes, because fourth process, which spends 3 minutes, is bottleneck. But if we can arrange the line balance that each process spends 3 minutes, we can reduce one process of 4 from 5 with same output speed. Okay, I summarize the action to eliminate each waste, then make like this line structure. One person operates 2 machine processes. 12-minute work time are divided 4 processes with each 3-minute process. Means output is same speed of before Kaizen. The distance between each process should be minimized and reduce the space to put on WIP. And we can consider to utilize the Kaizen effect for another variable job like taking care of outsourced work. As a result, anyway, we could achieve these figures. Reduce WIP 80%, reduce manpower 30%, reduce lead time 75%. By utilizing the created spare time, spare manpower, and spare spaces, we are able to increase MP. Did you feel the effectiveness of Kaizen? By utilizing these Kaizen methods, we can make improvement profit even for the tough situation like COVID-19. To achieve the profit improvement goal, we can consider several basic views. The financial statement will be a map to achieve goal. And to improve the factor, Kaizen activity is strong web. So in next session, we want to introduce a company who improve the profitability and farm capability by basic Kaizen method as a strong web. This is the end of session 2. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.